Hello students, as in the last lecture we had seen one sum based on how to find the answer when the angles of the triangles are in AP. Now in this video we'll see how to find the angles of the quadrilateral when the angles of the quadrilaterals are in AP. So, we know that when the angles of the quadrilateral are in AP, we take the first angle as A minus 3D, the second as A minus D, third as A plus G, and fourth as A plus 3D. So let's start with the presentation part. So first we will write, let the angles of the quadrilateral be A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. We'll consider these angles in degree. Okay. Now here, according to the first condition, it says that the greatest angle is double the least. Yes or no? In the previous sum it was little different. It was the greatest angle, it was 5 times the smallest. So you will write what according to the first condition, the greatest angle is double the least. Least means the smaller. So here the greater angle is A plus 3D. Of course the smaller angle will be was A minus 3D. So here the least means what? Smallest angle. Okay. So therefore the greatest angle, that is A plus 3D, is means equal to, double means twice, least means A minus 3D. So here this is the greater angle and this is the smaller angle. This is the least angle. Okay. So the next step, we'll bracket open this. So here you will get 2A minus 6D. Yes or no? So here you will get, we'll bring this alphabet on the left hand side. So here you will get A minus 2A plus 3D plus 6D equals to 0. So this will be what? Minus A plus 9D equals to 0. So here we got one equation, as clearly we can see that the equation, it is in the form of what? Linear. As here we have two different variable and the power of the variable is 1. So here we can say this equation is a linear equation with two variable, and we know that whenever we have a linear equation in two variable, so we require one more equation so that we can solve both the equations simultaneously to get the answer of A and T. So now we'll move on to find the second equation now. So your second equation, we cannot see the second equation, second condition anywhere in the statement. As here clearly we can see that it says that the angles of the quadrilateral are in AP. So that section we wrote, and the greatest angle is the double of the least. So according to the first condition, we got the first. So we cannot see any second condition in the statement sum, and directly it says that you have to find the angles of the quadrilateral radian. So how we can find our second condition? So second condition, it is there in this word, as it is a quadrilateral angles. So we know that quadrilateral and angle. So here we have the first angle as a minus 3d, second as a minus t, third as a plus t, and fourth as a plus 3d. So we know that whenever we are dealing with angles with respect to the quadrilateral, we have to apply this property. Which one? The sum of the measure of the quadrilateral is 360. For the triangle, we use this property. The sum of the measure of the triangle is 180. For quadrilateral, we'll use the sum of the measure of the quadrilateral is 360. So with the help of this, we can able to find our second condition. So now we'll move on. So we can write the sum of the measure of the quadrilateral is 360. So this part you can write. Okay. So here the first angle is what? A minus 3d, plus second angle is what? A minus t, third angle is what? A plus d, and the fourth angle is what? A plus 3d is 360. So therefore, as here clearly we can see that minus 3d plus 3d will get cancelled, as it contains the opposite symbol. Minus g and plus g will get cancelled. So here we left with a plus a plus a plus a, which is 4a equals to 360 degree. So therefore a will be equal to what? 360 upon 4. 4 ones are 4, 90s are. So here we got our first answer as a equals to 90 degree. Yes or no? So now what we'll do, we'll substitute the value of a in the equation number 1, where you will get the value of d. So minus a plus 90 equals to 0. So therefore minus 90 plus 90 equals to 0. So therefore 90 equals to 90. So therefore d equals to 90 upon 9. So therefore d is equals to 10. So now here we got the answer of a as well as d. So now easily we can find our four angles with respect to a and d. So therefore you will write the angles of quadrilateral are, the first one is a minus 3d. So your a is what? 90 minus 3 into d is what? 10. So 90 minus 30. Yes or no? So 90 minus 30 is what? 60. So here we got the first angle as 60 degree. So second angle is what? A minus t. So a is 90, d is 10. So here we got the second answer, that is 80. The third angle is what? A plus d. So a is 90, d is 10. So here we got the third angle, that is 100. And the fourth angle is what? A plus 3d. So 90 plus 3 into 10. So 90 plus 30. So here we got 120 degree. So here we got the answer in degree, but in the question it says that we have to find the angles of the quadrilateral in radian. So now we have to convert this required answer in terms of radian. So we know that how to convert the angles from radian to degree. So we know that degree to radian. So 1 degree is equals to what? Pi by 180 radian. So here the first one is what? 60 degree. So you will write 60 into, simply multiply by pi by 180, so it will get converted into radian. So 6 ones are 6, 3s are, so here we got pi by 3 as an answer. Second is what? 80 degree. So 80 into pi by 180. Okay, so 0 0 cancel. Okay, 2 4s are 2 9s are, so you will be left with 4 pi by 9. So for the second one we got 4 pi by 9. The third one is 100, so simply multiply it by pi by 180. So 0 will get cancelled. 2 5s are 2 9s are, so you will be left with 5 pi by 9. So the fourth one is 120 degree. 120 into pi by 180. 0 0 cancel. 6 2s are 6 3s are, so here we got 2 pi by 3 as answer. So here we got the answer in both the system, degree as well as in radian. But it says that we have to find the angles of the quadrilateral in radian. So here we got the answer in radian. So in the final step we can write as hence the angles of quadrilateral in radians are, first one is pi by 3, second is 4 pi by 9, third is 5 pi by 9, and the fourth one is 2 pi by 3. So in this way you will present your sum in the exam. So I hope you all understood both the sum, one sum as we took in the last video when the angles of the triangles are in AP. In this lecture we saw when the angles of the triangle quadrilateral are in AP, how to find your answer. In both the case the format it is different. For three angle of triangles, when they are in AP, you will consider the first angle as A minus D, second as A, and third as A plus G. Whenever the four angles of the quadrilateral in AP, so here the condition is different. So this condition you have to remember. Okay, you have to buy this condition. So the first one, the first angle is A minus 3D, the second is A minus G, the third is A plus G, and the fourth is A plus 3D, in which the last one is the greatest angle and the first one is the smallest. Here also the last one is the greatest and the first one is the smallest. So now as we took one sum based on the triangle, one sum based on quadrilateral, one based on the cyclic quadrilateral, one based on the linear equation. In the last video lecture we saw one sum based on when the angles of the triangles are in AP. Now we took one sum where we saw when four angles of the quadrilateral when they are in AP, how to find our answer. So now we'll move on to the next concept, that how to find the exterior and the interior angle of the regular polygon. So as I told, polygon means what? Having many sides. So whenever we have to find the answer for more than four sides like pentagon, hexagon, septagon, octagon, okay, for those shape we'll see how to find the exterior and the interior angle. So to find the exterior angle, simply apply this property, that is 360 upon n. N is what? Number of sides. To find the interior angle of regular polygon, so the concept is 180 minus the exterior angle. Okay, so let's move on to the next sum. So here we have some example based on how to find the degree and radian measure of exterior and interior angle of regular polygons. So the first one, here we have the pentagon. Pentagon means having five sides, yes or no? Hexagon means having six sides. Septagon means what? Seven. And octa means what? Eight. Okay, so now we'll apply the concept. As we know that to find the exterior angle, we'll use this formula 360 upon n, or for interior simply subtract the exterior angle from 180 to get the interior angle. Yes or no? So now we'll take the first one, pentagon. So for pentagon, number of sides, how many sides are there for pentagon? We can say 5. Yes or no? So now we'll find the exterior angle first. So the measure of an exterior angle of a regular pentagon is equal to 360 upon n. So 360 upon number of sides, for this we have 5. So 5 sevens are 35, 5 twos are, so here we got 72 degree. Yes or no? But as in the question it says that we have to find the answer for exterior and interior in both the system, degree as well as in radian. So now we'll convert this 72 degree in radian. Simply multiply by pi by 180. So 1 degree is equals to pi by 180 radian. Yes or no? Understood? So here we can cancel this number, as both the numbers will go in 36. So 36 twos are, 36 fives are, so you will be left with 2 pi by 5 radian. So here we got the measure of exterior angle in degree as well as in radian. So now we'll see how to find the interior angle. To find the measure of an interior angle of a regular pentagon, we'll apply the formula, that is 180 minus the exterior angle. So you will write 180 minus the exterior angle of the regular polygon. Okay, you can write here exterior angle of the regular polygon. So your polygon shape is what? Pentagon. So you will write exterior angle of a regular pentagon. So 180 minus exterior angle here we got in degree is what? 72. So 180 minus 72, you will be left with 108. Yes or no? So now we'll convert this degree into radian. So simply multiply it by pi by 180. So it will get converted into radian, as both the number will goes in 36, 36. 3s are 108 and 36 5 side is 180. So you will be left with 3 pi by 5 radian. So for the interior angle also we got the answer in degree as well as in radian. So in this way you will present your sum in the exam. So let's check one more example. Like here the second one is what? Hexagon. For hexagon the number of sides are what? How many sides are there for hexagon? 6. So first we'll find the measure of an exterior angle of a regular hexagon, which is equals to 360 degree upon n. So 360 upon n, number of sides, how many are there? 6. So 6 ones are 6, 60s are. So here we got the answer in terms of degrees. So now we'll convert this degree into radian. So simply multiply the number by pi by 180. So it will get converted into radian. 0, 6 ones are 6, 3s are. So you'll be left with pi by 3. So here we got the answer one in terms of degree and one in terms of radian. Okay, so now we'll see how to find the interior angle. So measure of an interior angles of a regular hexagon is simply subtract it with 180. So exterior angle 180 minus exterior angle of a regular hexagon. So 180 minus the exterior angle in degree is what? 60. So 180 minus 60 is 120. So now we'll convert this degree into radian. 0 0 cancel. 6 2s are 6 3s are. So you'll be left with 2 pi by 3 radian. So you have got the answer in both the system degree as well as in a radian. I hope you all understood how to present the sum and how to find the answer for exterior angle and the interior angle for any polygon. So here the next one is what? A septagon, and the next one is what? Octagon. So for septagon we know that we have 7 sides, and for octagon we have 8 sides. I hope these two remaining sums you can try by yourself. So as in this lecture we saw one sum based on when the angles of the quadrilateral are in AP and how to find the angles of the quadrilateral in radian. And in the last lecture we took one example where we saw the angles of the triangle when they are in AP and how to find the answer. So see the difference between the angle. Here we take a minus g, a and a plus d as a 3 angle. For 4 angle we take as a minus 3d, a minus g, a plus g and a plus 3d. After that we saw how to find the exterior and the interior angle. To find the exterior angle of any polygon, simply apply this property 360 upon n, where n is known as the number of sides. And to find the interior angle of any polygon, apply this property 180 minus the exterior angle, where you will get the answer. Now we'll take one sum where you will have the exterior angle or you will have the interior angle, and then you have to find the number of sides. Understood? As in this question, you have, with the help of this word pentagon, hexagon, we got the idea. So the number of sides will be what? For pentagon the number of side will be 5, hexagon it will be 6, octa it will be 8. Like there is one sum in the in miscellaneous, I guess, that when we have the interior or the exterior angle, and then we have to find the number of sides. So we'll take that sum and we'll see how to find the number of sides when we have the interior or exterior angle. So here now we'll see how to find the number of sides for a regular polygon. If the interior angle, here we have 3 pi by 4. In the previous sum we saw how to find the exterior and the interior angle with respect to the number of sides. Here we have to find the number of sides. So we don't know the shape. So after getting the number of sides, we can say that if for this sum, if we get n equal to 6, so we can say that regular polygon is hexagon. If we get 5, so we can say the regular polygon is pentagon. So we'll see here that here we have the interior angle of an regular polygon, which is equals to what? 3 pi by 4. So first we'll convert this radian measure in degree. So 3 pi by 4 into simply multiply it by 180 upon pi. So it will get converted into degree. So pi will get cancelled. Yes or no? So your 4 ones are 4 fours are 16. 4 fives are, so you will be left with 45 into 3. So the answer will be 135 degree. So here we got the interior angle of regular polygon in degree. So as we know that the two formula is what? The first one is for the exterior and the second one is for the interior. As for this sum, we don't know the number of sides. So you will take, let the number of sides of a regular polygon be, will consider as n. So therefore, the measure of an exterior angle is 360 upon n. As now we don't know about the number of sides, so we'll keep this measure of exterior angle as it is 360 upon n. Now we'll apply the second property, second formula, that is interior angle of a regular polygon. So the interior angle of a regular polygon is what? 180 minus the exterior angle. Yes or no? So we know that for this sum here we have the interior angle, that is 135. Actually the interior angle, it was in radian, so first we had converted this radian into degree. So the interior angle of the regular polygon is what? 135. So we'll keep this 180 as it is, and in place of exterior angle we'll write 360 upon n. Yes or no? Now we'll shift the number and alphabet one side. So now see here, calculation part, we'll shift this minus 360 upon n to the left hand side, and this plus 135 to the right hand side. So therefore 360 upon n is equals to 180 minus 135, you will get 45 degree. Yes or no? So therefore 360 upon will bring this 45 to the denominator. Okay, so therefore 45 ones are 45, 8 is 360. So therefore here we got n as 8. I hope you all understood how to find when we have the number of sides, and how to find the interior angle and the exterior angle. And here in this example, here we saw when we have the interior angle or exterior angle and how to find a number of sides. So from this we can say that here we have n is equals to 8. So 8 is for what? For which shape? Octagon. So here we can say the number of sides in a polygon is what? The number of sides in the polygon is 8. So 8 is what? It is known as octagon. So in this way you can present your sum in the exam and you can find your number of side with respect to the interior angle if we have. So as now in this video lecture we saw three sum. One sum based on when the angles of the quadrilateral are in AP. One sum based on how to find the exterior and interior angle of any regular polygon when we have pentagon, hexagon. As I told, this two sum you have to try by yourself. And we saw one sum which is there in the miscellaneous. Okay, so here in this sum we saw how to find the number of sides. As now we had covered majority of the sums from the first exercise. Okay, so almost we had covered all the sums, like how to convert degree into radian, then how to express the angle in terms of degree, radian and median. Then we saw the statement sums based on the triangles, the quadrilateral in terms of linear equation, then in terms of cyclic quadrilateral also. Then we saw one sum based on when the angles of the triangles in AP, when the angles of the quadrilateral in AP. Even we saw how to find the exterior and the interior angle of a regular polygon. So almost we had covered all the concept, majority of the sums from the exercise. So we left with the last part, the concept which is known as the hour hand and the minute hand. So that we'll see in the next video lecture. So till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture.